ahead and shoot. I'll be back. I always come back.
Hey guys, Resident Lynx here, and we're going to be ranking all of the Chucky movies today. I was trying something different because just to get out of the shell of playing a game all the time, this is what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do reaction videos. I'm definitely going to get, I don't know if I have it yet, because this video is going to probably be up by Wednesday. I don't know if it's going to be up earlier, but today we're going to be ranking all the Chuckies. Great, good, mid, ass, and D. Let's start for the first one, so this video doesn't drag on too far. We're gonna go from Child's Play 1 all the way up to Child's Play the remake version. So Child's Play 1, it's a good movie. I wouldn't say it's great. They still need to improve on it. Well, they still needed to improve, I should say, because it came out 88, I think, around there. I like what they do with the Chucky doll in this one because you don't do it in any of the other ones. They make him look more human, which is pretty interesting. I thought that was a good detail. It's one of, I wouldn't say it's my favorite look of Chucky, but I have the Chucky design list, tier list out there. If you want, guys want to check that out, maybe I'll put a link up above. I think I figured that out. But the plot is Charles Lee Ray getting chased after by a cop. I'm trying to remember his name. I'm not good with names. I apologize. It's been a while. It's been a little while since I watched the first one, but it's still a go-to movie for me. I did watch a few of them a while back, and you'll know which one's my favorite one, but this isn't my favorite. I like the little kid actor that plays Andy Barkley in the first one, and he also plays them in the newest ones, like the actual series, which I have watched the first series. I didn't watch the second series yet. I actually have the first series. But the kid is adorable because he stumbles over his words a lot in the first one. I feel bad for him because Chucky ends up framing him for a lot of things. I mean, for a long time, you don't even know if it's Chucky at all. You think it's really Andy. But back then, you didn't really have that technology to actually make him actually move and stuff like that. Well, he did, but not with the technology we have nowadays. So I would have to say this one would probably end good. I wouldn't put in great, but it's good. The plot, like I said, he gets chased after by a cop. I can't remember his name, but I know he played Fright Night, the actual actor. And then he possesses a doll because his friend Eddie Caputo. See, I remember that one. He ends up like taking off without him, and I mean, there's a whole bunch more. He ends up like getting bought by or taken by this homeless person. The mom and his mom gets up taking the doll for her son, and all hell breaks loose. Basically, he kills his babysitter, his mom's best friend, his babysitter, and it's a really good movie. But let's move on to the second one. So I don't want to explain too much because maybe I'll do a movie review on all the Chuckies one day, one by one, and maybe I'll splice them all together into one big thing. But we'll figure that out later on. But you'll know this one's good. So for the second one, they topped the first one like really. I didn't say this before, but Brad Dourif, the guy that plays Chucky, does an incredible job. I like his one-liners. He knows the doll inside and out. Basically, he knows how to play him. He's been doing it for years. I mean, he's been doing it for like 30-something years. There's so many movies. Well, there's movies and series. The second one, Andy gets adopted by these people in like a foster home, right? I think at first he's in a foster home, and then he goes and he gets adopted, and he ends up being he has like a adopted stepsister, adopted sister, whatever. And I like Kyle. Kyle is a really good addition to the series. Barely anybody comes back from the first one except for Chucky and Andy. But I think it's better. I like the ending scene where there's a whole bunch of Chuckies everywhere. The kills are great. I like the ruler kill with a teacher. There's a whole bunch of good things with this one. I really think they improved on the actual doll itself. So I'm thinking I'm gonna probably put it in great. It deserves a great mark. But this is my second favorite Chucky movie out of the franchise. You'll know what my first one is, but this is my second favorite. Usually people put that as their favorites, but not me. Not because I don't like it as much. I like it almost as equal, but I think one of them actually tops it a little bit more. Child's Play 3. Okay, this is one of the first ones I've actually watched. I think I was young. No, the first one I watched was Seed of Chucky. No, not Seed. I mean Bride of Chucky. Sorry. Oh man. But this one is actually one of the second one or third one I watched. I think probably the second one I watched. I think it's okay. I don't think that it's as bad as people actually make it out to be. I like his one-liner. I like how he says, "Don't fuck with the Chuck." I like some other one-liners. This one, Andy's at an actual boot camp, like, because he got kicked out of the foster home. Or, they getting kicked out because his foster parents, I don't know what the heck happened with that story, but I know what happened to the end of that last movie, but he ends up going to, like, the military camp, and Chucky finds him, and Andy's played by a different actor. I can't remember his name either. It's a tip of my tongue, but I don't know. But this is the only time that Andy gets played by a different actor other than the actor that usually plays him. But this movie is okay, is good. I don't mind it. I think Chucky has good one-liners, like I said. I think the look of him, he looks more angry than anything in this one. So I think he looks more serious. Like more angry. He looks like I like the kill with the guy that cuts his hair. He tries to cut his hair and then he slices his throat. That's one of my favorite kills. I mean, there's a whole bunch of good things with this movie. I would have to say probably though, I'd probably put it in mid. I wouldn't say it's in good. I wouldn't say it's an ass because I think it's okay. I don't think it's terrible. I'm not a big fan of the actual design of the Chucky though, but it's still good. It's still a really good movie. I would say mid actually, but let's see here. How about 4 now, which is my favorite, Bride of Chucky. Bride of Chucky is actually the first Chucky I watched with my cousins. I was terrified because I was young at the time, but my cousins ended up showing me the movie because I ended up stepping out of the room the first time I watched it. But then I came back and I watched the rest of it, and then I watched it again and again and again with my cousins because they liked it too. And I like the Chucky design in this one definitely because I like the stitched up design because what happened in the third one, in the end of it, Chucky gets split in all kinds of like pieces by this huge industrial fan, like this huge fan. So he ends up getting split. And Jennifer Tilly's in this one, so she ends up putting him back together, and because she's really good at she's really good at doll design. She makes dolls, and she ends up doing like the thing that put him back together. Well, you know what I mean, to make him not human but come alive. The ritual, and. This is the first one I think with actual. No, that's not true because the first one also had it. But they played more into it in this movie with the Ali Dumbala, the I don't know what it's called, the ritual thing that they usually do. But I have to put this one in the first one. Sorry to Chucky, Child's Play 2, but this one's my favorite. And I like the plot. I like how it's like Jesse and Jane or something like that. I can't remember. Katherine Heigl plays in it, and so doesn't the guy, the man that passed away a while back. He was a good actor. I'm not good with names, but he was good too. It's too bad. The guy that played in, whatever. But this movie is my favorite out of all of them. I mean, like, again, I'll actually do a deep dive on all of these movies again, and you'll see what I didn't like and what I did like about these movies. Maybe I'll do like videos about them. You have to wait and see. But all right, now the next one, Seed of Chucky. Now, people really don't like this one, and I can see why. I mean, even the new series actually plays a lot on Seed of Chucky. But I mean, it's not ass. I don't consider it ass. I consider it mid. I do go back to this one sometimes. I think it's more like comedic, and you do see blood. You see a lot of blood, because this person gets his head literally taken off by like wire. I don't mind the plot. What's convoluted about it is Jennifer Tilly actually plays herself and the doll at the same time, and Redman plays in it, and Chucky is same Chucky as usual, same design in a way, but I think that Bride of Chucky actually shows a little bit more darker, as in like his stitches and stuff like that. It's not the same exact design. I can see differences, but it's not that bad of a movie. I remember watching the vignettes for it before it came out, of Chucky's actual boy, or not boy, but you know what I mean. It's Chucky's seed, and it was pretty cool. I liked it, and then I remember the scene where he goes, "Oops, I did it again," when he hit. When it hit, wasn't really her, but it was again. It's Britney Spears. He hits Britney Spears with the car, and he goes, "Oops, I did it again." But it wasn't really Britney Spears. I like the kill with the guy getting dissolved from the face with acid. There's some pretty good kills in there. I wouldn't knock it down any more. Like, I don't think any of them are really going to be an S or D. We'll find out. Hold on. Curse of Chucky. Curse of Chucky is bringing it back to its roots. I think I probably put it in great. Because I think it goes back to its roots. I wouldn't say it's as good as Bride of Chucky and Child's Play 2, but it's up there and great. It's Brad Dourif's actual daughter plays Nika in it, and I think she's really, really beautiful. I think she's a beautiful woman. You can't say she isn't, because she is, and she plays a handicapped person in a wheelchair. Chucky ends up being delivered by Chucky's bride, Jennifer Tilly, but it's his actual wife, Tiffany. I shouldn't remember that because it's the name of somebody I know. But he ends up getting dropped off by Tiffany, and how hell breaks loose because it's all in one house. It takes place this big house. And again, you don't know if it's, you don't know when Chucky's going to end up doing things, but you don't really see him. You see his hand sometimes. And then after that, it's a great kill with an eye. It's like, yeah, your mom's eyes are always too fucking close. It's a good movie. Again, I'm gonna go through all these movies one by one. I'm probably going to rewatch all of them for you guys so I can actually write down some information so I can just literally just say it instead of like rambling. But yeah, this one's a good movie. I think it gets brought back to its roots, which is funny because I think Child's Play 1 was good and Child's Play 2 was good, was great. And then Child's Play 3 was still good. And then all of a sudden it goes to 4, which is comedic, but it's still good. I think it's one of my favorite. It's my favorite of the Chucky series. And then it goes to Seed of Chucky, which goes more into the comedic route, but it still has blood in it, which dips down in quality, I think. And then it goes to a better one again, Curse of Chucky. And then it goes to Cult of Chucky. What do you think I'm going to put Cult of Chucky? Again, it's not that bad of a movie. I think it's pretty cool how it's set in an asylum, where Nika ends up, after the first one, ends up getting blamed for the murders of all of the people that is in the house from Curse of Chucky. But obviously she didn't do it. It was all Chucky. But then we find out from the end credit scene of Curse of Chucky that Andy comes back and he ends up killing Chucky. But Chucky ends up coming back in Cult of Chucky. Well, he didn't kill him, because in the beginning of Cult of Chucky, you see Chucky severed. His head is like split in half, but he's still alive. So I have to probably put Cult of Chucky in. Probably good. I wouldn't say great. I do like the premise. I do like what they do with the dolls. I do like how there's multiple Chuckies, because he ends up finding another incantation to make more Chuckies, and that's why it's called Cult. That's pretty interesting. And I also have a trivia for you, trivia fact, that actually Chucky, Cult of Chucky, was originally supposed to be actually made for Child's Play 3, but they scrapped it because they didn't have the money for it. So they ended up doing it in Cult of Chucky instead. I do like the premise, like I said, of all different Chuckies, and I like how there's different, I like how Brad Dourif ends up like making all the different Chuckies different in their own different way, unique way, like how he does it in the series also, because it's different Chuckies in the series. And it is Tiffany too. She has a coming back, different Tiffany's. But there's good kills in this one. I like the one with the drill for the head. Anyway, this is a good movie. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's good. I think it's better than what most people think. I think one of my YouTubers actually put it in like ass or something like that, because he didn't really care for it. But I actually do like what they do with the actual series itself. But in this one, so this is a remake version. Okay, the remake, I'm sorry about this, but I really didn't like it. This is a hot take, I know it is, but it's not the same. I like Mark Hamill. He does a really good job as Chucky. Don't get me wrong. It's just not the same. And I don't like the Chucky. Definitely do not like the Chucky design in this movie. This one, this Chucky right here, to me looks like a, what's it called again? Like one of those dolls that have a, like a China doll, to me. This one looks like a China doll. This one looks like a plastic rubber doll, but it's not that bad looking. It looks like a fat face. But this one just looks not good. I'm sorry. I do like some of the kills in this, but they're pretty fucked up. Especially the one with the lawnmower going across this guy's head, and then like literally his whole face gets... oh, man. It's just fucked up. So I have to put that in ass. Sorry, it's just not one of my favorites. Like I said, I like Mark Hamill, but I think he's the only saving grace for this movie, not putting D. So I do not like the woman that plays Karen. I never liked the actress, so I'm sorry. I don't like the guy that plays Andy. I don't like his friends. I don't like I just don't like some of the guys. And I have the movie. It's not terrible. It's just not as good as, eh. But anyway, guys, if you want to see more of these, I'm gonna be doing one by one of every single movie. I'm gonna do a movie review of every one of them. I wouldn't say like very soon, but I'm gonna do it. So you guys will watch out for that. And also, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it.